Dearest love, what would you say to this if someone came to church and gave a testimony by the end of the year saying, "The Lord has been miraculous this year. I filled my gas cylinder somewhere in February and it has never gotten finished till today. I put some money in my secret place to fall on when things are hard, and every time I go there, there is more. No matter how much I take. My children's fees, whenever I check at the school, they say their fees has been paid, and I thank God for the miracles. I know many of you do not trust God, but I have seen the miracles. For you all know how difficult my life is. But God has been faithful, and I know He is my friend, father, husband, and all." This was a woman who had suffered because almost everyone had heard her story about how useless her husband is and how he did not take care of the home or support in anything. Most surprising, since the man was some quiet man who at first used to come to the church and had stopped. The pastor had tried getting the man back that year, and he had a visit from him just a few weeks before the end of the year. And the woman's testimony, and this man had complained bitterly about the wife being the reason he had stopped coming to church. He stated how she never appreciated him and anything he did, only getting insults and abuse and disgrace, as she told everyone how useless he is no matter what he does. So he tops the gas to make sure it never gets finished, places money where she keeps her money, and goes to pay the fees of the children even before they reopen. And does the little things needed in the house without telling her or showing face, because he would never get any appreciation anyway. The priest had been trying to find how to solve this problem, and then he had heard the testimony of the woman, and then he understood. This was a woman who did not value her husband and thought him useless, but thought God was by miracles supplying her needs. Many are talking about miracles from God, but we never realize that the greatest miracle is not the things we get and the favor we receive, but the people God places in our lives who bring to pass the miracles we see and experience. The fact that other human beings pay heed to the voice of God and do what benefits us, though we may not have regard for them, is a miracle. So it is that our lives and eternal glory is dependent on this. Jesus answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and the most important commandment. The second most important commandment is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself." The whole law of Moses and the teachings of the prophets depend on these two commandments. Matthew chapter 22, verse 37 to 40. We may act like we love God and yet look down on our fellow man. We may slander and cheat and abuse others and still raise holy hands to the Lord as if we are the Holy of Holies. But you must never forget, if we say we love God but hate others, we are liars. For we cannot love God whom we have not seen, if we do not love others whom we have seen. The command that Christ has given us is this: whoever loves God must love others also. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20 to 21. God's testimony from you is not in the words you proclaim, but the deeds you do in other people's lives. Stay blessed, trust and obey, for there is no other way. Okay.